There were a lot of units released last year on Dokkan Battle, but today I'm going to answer the question of who is the worst Dokkan unit of 2023. This question has been debated throughout the Dokkan community, and today I'm going to try to give it an unbiased answer. To do this, I made a metric of ranking these units. This metric includes 3 categories: hype, aging, and usefulness. I'll give you more in depth into these categories and what they mean throughout the video. Let's start off with the first category, hype. This represents the overall want for this unit based solely on appearance. For example, a good majority of the Dokkan community wanted Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta, one of the worldwide LRs in 2023, just because they thought the unit was cool and loved their animations. There are a couple of contenders for the least hype in 2023, but based on overall community reaction at the time, the least hype unit is Tech LR Ribrianne. This is the result of the character only being a part of the TOP saga, which includes a lot of characters. However, DFE AGL Kale is a close second. The second category is aging. This is based on how powerful and the longevity of the unit's kit. This is arguably the most important aspect when deciding who the worst Dokkan unit is, because it is the most important part of the character. With that in mind, AGL LR Omega Shenron has one of the worst kits ever released in Dokkan history, because he needs GT bosses to thrive. The GT bosses category has always been pretty dry with units, and even when Dokkan released a really good EZA, AGL LR Super Baby 2, it sadly wasn't enough to drag Omega Shenron out of his grave. The last category is usefulness, which is based on how needed that unit was in Dokkan, whether it be for a certain mission, difficult fight, or the team they're on. With that being said, the least useful unit released in Dokkan 2023 is STR Dokkan Fest Super 17. When Super 17 released, there was no team for him, and his entire celebration barely helped him out. He also was very underpowered for 2023, and months later, when Omega was released, he was so underpowered by that point that he was unusable in the hardest fights. Now that I've gone over all the categories and selected the worst from each category, it is finally time to answer the question of who the worst Dokkan unit of 2023 was. Drumroll please. And it's Int LR Goku? Yes, although he is not at the bottom of any of these categories, he is still the worst Dokkan unit of 2023, because he wasn't very hyped since it's the third base Goku that year. His kit was awful, only being able to do good damage, and wasn't useful at all considering that all the base Gokus were released that year were better than him. He couldn't link up with any of them due to them having the same name, and finally didn't benefit any of the teams he was on, and for those reasons he is the worst Dokkan unit of 2023. Now I'm sure some of you are screaming at your screens saying, Tech Trunks is the worst unit, he has the worst grossing banner ever. But keep in mind, he has been one of the best aging units ever. He only got more help with time and was a useful asset that helped the Android and Cell Saga team. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please consider liking and subscribing. It really does help a lot.